Hi students, this is Nagendra Babu. First of all, thank you all very much for watching my videos and supporting me by giving suggestions and requesting for more videos related to mathematics subject. Today, I want to introduce the concept of triangles and its properties. Before that, you should know the introduction part of geometry, that is point, line segment, angles and all these things. If you know these concepts very well, then it will be easy to understand the concept about triangles and properties. For those videos, in my previous videos I explained those topics. For that, type Nagababu math to get the all new notifications about the previous concepts. So NAGABABU Nagababu math. Type this and get notifications whatever you required. First of all, definition of triangle. A closed figure with three line segments. Line segment. Already I explained about line segment. Line segment means the part of a line. Line means the infinite, a set of infinite number of points extending indefinitely on both sides is called a line. So, this is a line with a set of infinite number of points. By plotting continuously, this pattern is called as line. The part of a line is called as line segment. This is the line, it is extending indefinitely on both sides. In this, some from one point to another point, selected 2 points. So, the distance between these two selected points, that means this is the part of the line, that is called as line segment. Line segment is the part of a line. So, a closed figure with three line segments, that is, this is one line segment and this is another one and this is third line segment. So, this is the closed figure. Figure is closed, no gap at anywhere. So, this is the closed figure with the three line segment. This is one line segment, second and the third. So, with the three line segments, the closed figure is called as a triangle. So, these are the vertices. These three are called as vertices of the triangle. Vertices. Vertex is singular and vertices is plural. Vertex, V-E-R-T-E-X. Vertex is singular and vertices is plural. What is meant by vertex? These two are the line segments. Let us take these two line segments. So, the common endpoint of these two line segments, these two have, this is the this is the common endpoint. So, this common endpoint of these two line segments is called as vertex, and the common endpoint of these two line segments is called another vertex, and this is also another vertex. Together we call this vertex. So, together we call them as vertices. Vertex means singular, together we call as vertices. Generally, these vertices are denoted with capital letters A, B, C or P, Q or with any alphabet. Vertices are denoted with capital letters. And these three are the line segment. What are the line segments? AB is one line segment, AB. So, it is denoted by AB with the line segment. This is the line segment symbol. So, AB is one line segment and BC is another line segment and AC is another line segment. There are three line segments. These three line segments are combined such that there is no gap between any two of them. That's why this became a closed figure. That's why this is the closed figure with three line segments. This is called as triangle. So, this triangle have three vertices, vertex A, vertex B and vertex C. So, these are vertices A, B and C. A, B, C are called as vertices. Vertex, vertex, vertex. Vertex is singular, vertices is plural. So, three vertices are there and three line segments. These line segments are called as sides. These three line segments of this triangle are called as sides of the triangle and these are called as vertices. These are called as vertices. Also, three more parts are there in this triangle. That is, those are angles: angle A, angle B, and angle C. This is angle A. Near the vertex A, this is called as angle A. Near the vertex B, this is angle B. Near the vertex C, this is angle C. So, generally, this angle is denoted at vertex A, angle is denoted by angle A, and in another way, angle BAC, this can be indicated by angle BAC. At A vertex A, angle BAC. It is also indicated in another way, that is angle CAB. So, CAB. This is angle CAB. So, this angle is near vertex A. So, that should, we have to write that in the middle of remaining two letters. So, angle A can be written as angle A or angle BAC or angle CAB. Similarly, this angle B can also be written in three ways. So, angle B, this is first way, and this can also be written as near the vertex B. This angle is indicated by angle ABC, angle ABC, and the other way is angle CBA, angle CBA. So, this B should write in the middle of remaining two letters. So, angle B or angle ABC or angle CBA. So, this C also can be written in three ways. Angle C is equal to angle C or angle ACB. This can be also written as angle ACB, and this can also be written as angle BCA, angle BCA. So, these are the parts of this triangle. The parts of the triangle are sides, vertices, and angles. There are three sides: AB, BC, and AC. There are three vertices: vertex A, vertex B, and vertex C. There are three angles: angle A, angle B, and angle C. So, sides, vertices, and angles are the parts of the triangle. Sides, vertices, and angles are the parts of the triangle. So, another important property, an important property of a triangle is, if we add all the three angles of a triangle, there are only three angles in a triangle. If we add all those three angles, we will get 180 degrees. The sum of three angles is equal to 180 degrees. The sum of three angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. That means angle A plus angle B plus angle C equal to 180 degrees. This property is called as angle sum property. That is angle sum property. So, the angle sum property is, the sum of three angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. That means angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degrees. This is called as angle sum property. Next property. The sum of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side. The sum of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side. That means, if the lengths are given, if the lengths of the sides are given, let us take the lengths of the sides. Let AB equal to 5 centimeters and BC is equal to 6 centimeters and AC is equal to 7 centimeters. If these are the measurements are given to this triangle ABC, if the sum of any two sides of a triangle, the sum of any two sides of a triangle is always greater than the third side. That is another property. That is, the sum of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side. Let us take AB and BC. These two sides, AB is equal to 5 centimeters and BC is equal to 6 centimeters. If we add these two lengths, 5 plus 6 is equal to 11, their sum must be greater than the third side. Third side is 7 centimeters. Here 5 plus 6 is equal to 11 centimeters. So, 11 centimeters is greater than 7 centimeters. And we have to check remaining two also. That means, the sum of these two sides also must be greater than the third side. That means 6 centimeters plus 7 centimeters, that is 13 centimeters. 13 is greater than other side, that is 5 centimeters. So 13, 7 plus 6 is equal to 13. 13 centimeters is greater than this 5 centimeters. Also another one. So sum of these two sides is greater than third side. That means 5 plus 7, that is 12. 12 centimeters is greater than 6 centimeters. So the sum of any two sides, that is these two sides or these two sides or these two sides, the sum of any two sides of a triangle is always greater than the third side. If we take a triangle like this is the triangle, let it be PQR, triangle PQR. This is 4 centimeters and this is 4 centimeters and this is 8 centimeters. If we take this, see here, sum of these two sides, if let us take these two sides, 4 plus 8, sum of these two sides is 4 plus 8 is equal to 12 centimeters. So these two sides sum is greater than this 4 and these two sides sum is greater than this 4. But sum of these two sides is not greater than 8. So these are not applicable. In such case, the sides of the triangle are not applicable. So with these measurements, triangle is not formed. It is impossible. If we want to draw a triangle with the given measurements, then we have to check whether the sum of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side or not. Here, sum of these two is becoming greater than this. Sum of these two is becoming greater than this. But sum of these two is not greater than this 8. That's why with these measurements, it is not possible to construct a triangle. So, another property is sum of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side. That must be greater than the third side. Next, another property is the difference between any two sides of a triangle is always less than the third side. The difference between any two sides of a triangle is always less than the third side. That means, if you add these two in this triangle, in this example, 5 and 7. The difference between these two is 7 minus 5 is 2 centimeters. It is less than this third side. And the difference between these two, 5 and 6, is 1. 1 is less than this side. And the difference between these two, 1 is less than this side. So, the difference between any two sides, of a triangle must be always less than the third side. Here, if you see this, the difference between these two is 0, less than 8. The difference between these two is 4, but it is getting 4. That is not getting less than this 4. The difference between 4 and 8 is 4. So, it is becoming equal to 4, but it should be not like that. The difference between any two sides of a triangle must be less than the third side. So, here that is not existing. That's why with these measurements it is impossible to construct a triangle. So, the first property is angle sum property, that is angle A plus angle B plus angle C equal to 180 degrees. That means the sum of three angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. And then this is called as angle sum property. The second property is the sum of any two sides of a triangle is always greater than the third side. And the third property is the difference between any two sides of a triangle is always less than the third side. Now, another important property is exterior angle property. What is meant by exterior angle? Let us take a triangle PQR. This is triangle PQR. In this triangle, if we extend any one of the three sides, suppose if we extend QR like this is the extension of side QR up to some S. These three are called interior angles of the triangle. Interior angles. These three are in the interior of this triangle. That's why these are called as interior angles. By extending this side, we got another angle outside here. That is called as exterior angle. So, this is the exterior angle. This is indicated by angle PRS. So angle PRS is the exterior angle. Like that, we will get an exterior angle by extending any one of the three sides. By extending QR up to S, we got this exterior angle, angle PRS. If we extend this side up to here, up to T, so this outside, this angle formed outside here is called as another exterior angle. This can be indicated by angle TPQ or angle QPT. Here also this is indicated by angle PRS or angle SRP. This is another exterior angle. By extending this side also up to U, so the angle outside here, this is another exterior angle. So here, according to exterior angle property, before going to this exterior angle property, let us discuss about angles, linear pair. In the previous video, I already explained about the linear pair. If you want to get a clear idea about the linear pair, visit my channel Nagababu Math and you will get all the concepts related to this geometry. Now, once again, I will explain about the linear pair. Let us take this line AB and here a ray which is indicated by OC, and these two are the adjacent angles. What is meant by adjacent angle? That also I explained in the previous video. You can visit that Nagababu Math. So I will explain that also. So this is linear pair. This is called as linear pair. Linear pair means if the sum of any two adjacent angles is equal to 180 degrees. Sum of any two adjacent angles. What are adjacent angles? So these two are the angles formed here at O. These two angles have OC as common ray. If any two angles have a common ray, OC is the common ray for these two angles. If any two angles have a common ray, then those angles are said to be adjacent angles. Adjacent angles are called only if they have a common ray. Here OC is common ray. That's why these two angles are called as adjacent angles. Now, the sum of any two adjacent angles is 180 degrees. Then that pair of angles is called as linear pair. Here these two angles sum is equal to 180 degrees. That's why this pair is called as linear pair. Like that, if we take these two angles, this is straight line and these two are adjacent angles, and the sum of these two angles is 180 degrees. 180 degrees angle is called as straight angle. That means these two angles lie on a straight line. These two angles, the pair of angles lie on a straight line. That's why this 180 degrees is called as straight angle. Thus, the sum of any two angles on a straight line is equal to 180 degrees. So 180 degrees is called as straight angle. So sum of these two angles is equal to 180 degrees. If the sum of any two adjacent angles is equal to 180 degrees, that is also called as linear pair. Now see here, let us take another triangle and mark an exterior angle and adjacent angles. Suppose let us take this triangle PQR, and by extending QR up to S, I extended line segment QR up to S. This is the exterior angle formed here. Let this exterior angle be 110 degrees. This is exterior angle and its interior angle is this, that is angle PRQ is its interior angle. Angle PRS is equal to 110 degrees. Let us take 110 degrees. This is exterior angle and its interior angle is the sum of these two angles is equal to 180 degrees according to the linear pair property. So, according to that property, angle PQ, PRQ, angle PRQ, angle is here, that's why we take it as angle PRQ. So, angle PRQ plus angle PRS, that means sum of these two angles is equal to 180 degrees because they are linear pair. This implies angle PRQ is equal to 180 or angle PRQ plus angle PRS is given 110 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. This implies angle PRQ is equal to 180 degrees minus 110 degrees. This is equal to 70 degrees. So, this interior angle is equal to 70 degrees. This is exterior angle and its interior angle is 70 degrees. Exterior angle and its interior angle is 70 degrees. So, sum of these two angles is equal to 180 degrees. According to exterior angle property, an exterior angle is equal to sum of its interior opposite angles. Its interior is 70 and its opposite angles are these two. That means angle P and angle Q. Its interior opposite angles. These two are the interior opposite angles. So, if it is 70 degrees, according to angle sum property, sum of these three angles is equal to 180 degrees, but one angle is given 70 degrees, then the remaining two will be 180 minus 70 is equal to 110 degrees. That means angle P plus angle Q is equal to 110 degrees. But this 110 degrees is this exterior angle. So, an exterior angle is equal to sum of its interior opposite angles. Its interior, these two are opposite angles. So, to the sum of these two angles, the exterior angle is equal. That means an exterior angle is equal to sum of its interior opposite angles. So, this is equal to sum of these two. This is equal to sum of these two. So, that is the property. An exterior angle is equal to sum of its interior opposite angles. Let us take another exterior angle. Suppose if we extend this side up to here. So, this is the exterior angle formed here. So, this exterior angle will be equal to sum of its interior angle is this and its interior opposite angles are these two. So, this exterior angle will be equal to sum of these two angles. Exterior angle is equal to sum of its interior opposite angles. Interior opposite angles, the sum of these two angles. So, this exterior angle is equal to sum of these two angles. That means sum of its interior opposite angles. That is called as exterior angle property. Okay, students, this is the concept related to triangles and its properties. We discussed in this class about the angle sum property. Sum of any two sides of a triangle is always greater than the third side, and the difference of any two sides of a triangle is always less than the third side, and exterior angle property. Exterior angle property. So, I think you all have understood this concept of these properties. If you like this video, share it to all your friends. Don't forget to subscribe this channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Thank you all very much.